It's late. What business do you have? The paying kind, I hope. Be careful if I were you. It's quite late. There are certain types roaming at night. It is quite active right about now. The book. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Lewis Carroll. I met him once. Long time ago. Brilliant fellow, save for the penchant for unsavory vices. And what can I do for you? It's not so often that I get someone of your caliber. No, a human, my love. No, I don't tend to cater to just humans. Unfortunately, my stocks are quite low, so unless you have something in mind, there's not much I can show for my wares. Black salt? Alas, I do not have any at this time. You may want to try later, a few months' time. Right, as it is winter, there's not too much that I have currently, and I should be getting some ingredients here soon. No, as I said before, I don't have any. But perhaps I could interest you in something else? An oil? I still have some water from the solar eclipse, perhaps? There isn't much left, I'm afraid. Quite valuable. No. And what about absolutely nothing at all? I changed that thought. That's a little too strong for you, my dear. Keep that in the back. Is there anything else I can help you with? As I said before, I don't have any. Do I have? I suppose I have the means to make it, if you are so persistent. Right. Well, I suppose if you advance me a little extra, I could make some. Right. Well, we'll discuss as we go on. Well, I suppose let me get my wares. Need that. Need that. We'll need that most especially. I think for the moment that's quite enough. I suppose since we are concocting this little batch, if you don't mind, I'd feel much more comfortable lighting a white candle as we do our work. You never know what might be lurking here in the shadows, or even right out in the open. It's a dangerous world. And we are dangerous people. Aren't we? Wonderful. May I ask what this black salt is to be used for, as that will change what I put in it? Just a basic recipe then. I can perform that for you. Just getting the vessel ready. You do know what black salt is used for, do you not? And you're using it for protection, primarily. A basic recipe starts with charcoal. Now, in a more traditional recipe, we use the remnants from cast iron pans, cast iron cauldrons, and we use the leftovers from foods, from previous recipes, from spells, and that is what we use to get our black coloring. However, charcoal works just as well. And we just work by crushing it. Crushing it into a bit of a finer powder. We may not use all of this. I do have a good amount of salt, however. We'll see how it goes. Are there any additives that you want to purchase separately? I have a few things I can show you later on. Grinding does take a bit of work, doesn't it? But you wanted it fresh, and this is the freshest that I can make it. nice fine powder. There are a few bits in it, however, I think that we'll grind it down some. And now we add just some basic Mediterranean sea salt. Little bits at a time so that we do not get a gray color rather than black. There we are. Starting to get a nice black color. I think that'll be quite enough. We might have just a little bit to add in. However, we're starting to get to the point where our salt is more gray than black. One last stir. And the final touch. Freshly cracked pepper. It's a good mixture. It's not much, I know, but it should be enough to get you through. Now we have some final touches. it is a good idea to use the ashes from incense in our little mixture here. Now I have opium, another opium, as that is my favorite scent, jasmine, opium. Brings me back to a much simpler time when my apothecary was not supplied with just herbs, but plants of more questionable constitutions. Cinnamon. Cinnamon. Jasmine. Do you have any particular preference? It's a good choice. We will use jasmine, as jasmine is known for well-being. And in order to catch the ashes, some foil will do it. Now we wait. Now I do have a couple of ingredients that perhaps you may want to add on. Now I do not use this salt for creating black salt, however. It is a wonderful salt for crafting. And this, as you could probably tell, is pink salt, very coarse ground. Take a sniff. It smells a little different than I'm sure you're used to. The other option that's right, bay leaves. A very vital part of any cabinet. Witches, cooks, either. Smell. It is said that it is a good luck idea to write your wishes on bay leaves and then burn them, especially for the new year. And this is a good additive for black salt when you craft with it. Keep it in mind. Our incense is burning quite fast now. Shouldn't be too much longer until we have enough. Now, the one thing that unfortunately I cannot offer you, but would be a good ingredient to keep in mind for the future, especially if you are using this for protection for yourself or for family members. It is a good idea to bind the black salt with a bit of graveyard dirt. Now, for extra protection, many witches use dirt from their ancestors, with permission, of course. But any sort of graveyard dirt will do. Again, taken with respect and permission. I believe that is quite enough. If you're going to add any oils or any liquids to this, I would do that at the very last moment, as I'm sure you know it will clump up, and that is not ideal for preservation. And there we have it. One small quantity black salt, Do you mind giving me a moment and I can procure a vessel to put it into? Wonderful. Thank you for your patience. Would you like the lid that it comes with? And there's already a label that you may write what this is. If you don't mind, I'd just like to clean up a moment. Do you have any interest in any of the bay or the pink salt? Well, keep it in mind next time that you are here. My apologies that this is not a very economical amount. However, I should be getting more soon. You'll have to come visit me again sometime. Now, as you've been a very lovely person to work with, very patient, we can discuss payment when you come back and see me for some more black salt. Wonderful. Now, our crafting and general witchery is done. I must thank you for visiting me, although my wares are quite scarce in nature. I hope that you have a safe journey back and a safe journey here whenever you decide to come back. I will see you here soon, I presume. Thank you. Goodbye.